Hi, I'm Angelina from Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to share with you my seed starting calendar to not make you crazy. I think this is ADHD friendly. It is for me. Start in the beginning. You're going to want to put in the Google search bar 2025, last frost date, and your zip code. It'll tell you your last frost date. So April 23rd, April 21st through the 30th is mine. If you do fall crops, say cabbage, spinach, cilantro, all the cold crops, write down your first frost date. Mine is October 21st through the 31st. I found this, plantmaps.com. This was really cool. I put in my zip code, and I only live like, I think 7 or 8 miles away from the lake, so my weather's like different a little bit than the rest of Ohio. But if you live in a microclimate, like in a valley or next to a big piece of water, you really might want to look this up. It might help you out. It could be a week's difference. So when you get your date, I'm going to stick with right around April 30th. But I only work with the weeks. I don't care about the days. So April 30th, this is week 1. So just number it and leave the numbers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I goofed right here, so I put a piece of tape over it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. I just stick with the week. I don't count the days or whatever, because that would drive me crazy. One thing to consider is how big do you want your plants when you put them outside? And how much room under your lights do you have? So, just say, well, marigolds wouldn't be 9 weeks, but, okay, so if you want little plants, I would go with 4 weeks. And then if you want your plants a little bigger, then you'd have half the plants, but if you want your plants bigger, go with a bigger container. And then you go even bigger. So like, say marigolds, 4 to 6 weeks. I think this would be 4, 6, and then even 8 weeks bigger, or if you want them for a plant sale or something like that. But the bigger containers, the big container, I would use this to start like watermelon, pumpkin, squash, stuff like that. I'll use the bigger containers. But it gives you an idea, of how many weeks you want. Small plants, big plants. Okay. What else? Oh, my weapon of choice are Sharpies. I like all the colors because I like to look at the calendar. Okay, so once and when you order your seeds or you bring them home from the store and you're all excited and want to read them, that would be the best time, in January, February, whatever, to sit down. And how many weeks, how big do you want the plants? How much room do you have under your grow lights? Or now this goes the same. This goes the same for the fall crop. So mine was, what was that, 31st? I'm gonna go with this week. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I finished writing them on here. Oh yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the first week of September, never in a million years would I think out loud to start broccoli seeds or to plant out, cilantro, spinach, or radishes. And these are direct sow. So these would be seed starting, SS, and then direct sow. If you do a plant sale, so I'm going to do the Rockefeller Plant Show, and then, but I have a couple more weeks for this plant sale, but, so do these like in a different color, like red or orange, and then you know, and count back the same way, but different plants would be for different things. Or like, say if you have to rebuild a couple beds. Oh. If you have to rebuild a couple beds and you know you're not going to get it done, or you know, you could push your dates back and forth as you need them. Okay, and there's holes in the top of the calendar. I grabbed these at Home Depot. You could hook these right on your calendar. You hook these right on your calendar, and then you could hang, if you have metal grow shelves, stick your calendar right on it. I don't have any room left on mine, so I have a steel back door, and I go in and out my back door. So magnets, I think a couple bucks. I don't even know, to be honest. The calendar I picked up at, I think I found it at Target for like $7. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next one. I hope this really helps somebody, because this really does help me see everything out loud.